A simple tutorial on how to 3D print your own fin or the design in Fusion 360. So here we've got a fin that we've either made or imported. This one is Fangy's latest creation. I'm going to be putting a Tuttle on in this tutorial. It's fairly simple, but if you're new to Fusion then it might help. So what we're going to do, well, I do, is orientate the fin in the position that sort of looks normal, create a sketch on the vertical plane, and then you want to draw a line. In fact, I might push P to project that face so I can draw the line exactly on that edge. I want to draw the base of the Tuttle, and the base of the Tuttle is 6.14 inches times 25.4 millimeters. Now, Fangy wants the Tuttle towards the rear, so I'm roughly putting it there, but we can move it later. I'm going to hide the fin so we don't get confused. Don't worry about this bit, it won't come into the design. The leading edge is at 80 degrees, so just draw a random line, any length, push tab, and 100 degrees, which is 80 degrees in the other direction. And then draw another line from the rear, and that's 80 degrees. And then draw another line randomly like that. Then use the cut tool to cut the excess bits and pieces off. Then push D for dimension, and you want to click that dot and the base, and then put the dimension out there. Now the rear of the Tuttle is 1.25 inches times 25.4 millimeters, and then the front of the Tuttle is 2 inches times 25.4, like that. And then the Tuttle bolt holes are midway, so if you move your mouse backwards and forwards, you'll get the midpoint when you get a little triangle, and the bolt holes are centered from there. So you want to draw a line there, 105 divided by 2 millimeters that way, and then another line, 105 divided by 2 millimeters that way. And you want to then draw a perpendicular line and another perpendicular line. You don't have to do this, but this is how I do it. And then another perpendicular line to that, and then make these construction lines by hitting X. That just means they don't get involved in any extrusions you might do. And then this is probably the best time to move your Tuttle around. So if you wanted to move it, you can do it later, but you select all the bits and pieces, and then you push move copy, and you select the forward edge, and then you can move it, place it wherever you want. But roughly speaking, I think it's, well, maybe let's make it -5 millimeters back, something like that. You can of course move it later, but it's probably best to do it now. Makes it simpler later on. If you want to come back and change the position of the Tuttle, you can come back in the timeline to here, move the sketch around. It seems that's the quickest way to do it. Then finish sketch. Then we're going to we'll hide the fin again, and we're going to push E for extrude. So finish the sketch and push home, then select the sketch we just made, push E for extrude, and we want to extrude this 0.62 inches times 25.4 divided by 2, because we want to do symmetric, equidistant to either side of the vertical plane. And we want a new body, and that'll come up here, so we'll name that Tuttle. And then we want to put the radiuses on, so select all the edges, push the fillet tool, and the radius is 25.4 divided by 4, quarter inch. So that's our Tuttle. Oh, I forgot this edge. So edit feature. Did I do that one? Yeah, did that one. So that should be our Tuttle. Oh, I forgot that edge too, so edit it again. Hold control down. I think I've got them all that time. Yep. So that's our nice Tuttle. Now we want to punch the holes in, so we'll bring the fin back in, and I forgot to name the sketch. It's a good habit to name the sketches as you go along. So make that sketch visible again, and then what you want to do is select that line we made earlier, construct plane and angle and 90 degrees, and then what we want to do is create a sketch on that plane. Go back to there. Then we want to project those Tuttle, push P, select the lines. This is where the Tuttle holes are going to go, and that'll project that exact line onto this new sketch. Then draw holes, and the bolts are 6mm, but you want about 0.4mm tolerance, so 6.4mm circle for the holes, and another 6.4mm down there, and then finish that sketch, and then select, well, we'll do one at a time. Select E, we'll get in the way, but just pull it through. Now I can select that face, and depending how you want to build your fin, you might want the steel going or the threaded rod going a long way, but we probably want carbon rods going down this way, but it's really up to you. But essentially we don't want it going, I think, probably around, I want to get a carbon rod all the way to the tip, so I might do a bit shorter, something like that. Anyway, you get the idea for this tutorial. So that's one bolt hole, and then rename that sketch. I should have done that before. Tuttle bolt holes, and then make it visible again. Select the front one, push E, scroll out a bit so you can see what's going on, and then punch that one wherever you want, and that's done. One other trick I like to do is right click on the fin and change the appearance and change it to glass. Select glass, and then smooth glass and glass window, and you drag it on to the body and the Tuttle. Then you can see everything going on. Makes it a bit easier to visualize.